Hi, good morning everyone. So today is day 8 and here is your tips number 8 for system design interview. So today's tips heading is design for failure and recovery. Let me put you in front of you one observation in my experience. Around I have a more than 2 decade experience in product and development and primarily in development side. So in this experience, if I have to mention, I have seen that almost maybe countable number, 1 digit or 2 digit, maximum 1 digit, right? So number of candidate only have upfront mentioned this topic. This is the serious red flag to your interviewer that you haven't worked on real production system. Let me put you some more example in terms of example. So if you look at the production system, any production system has primary attribute or feature is failure and recovery sanitization is required, right? Because any production system must be recovered from their failure. Any production system must be required to handle their data in most sanitized way. I mean to say that if system is failed, upon the recovery of that system, your data must be recovered properly. This is one example to put it. So if you have worked on any production grade system, you have seen that failure and recovery is key attribute of your system. In design and architecture world, this is called non-functional requirement. Most of the time, the people who have not a real world system design experience, they most of the time forget to mention this attribute, because most of the discussion which we are doing in internet, they are more and more focusing on functional aspect, functional attribute. But as a senior people, I will definitely tell you that in design discussion, functional requirement is equally important than non-functional requirement. I mean to say, in reverse way, non-functional requirement is equally important than functional requirement. So you must consider upfront from your side those non-functional requirement and mention it in front of your interviewer, so that he should understand that you are very much aware of non-functional requirement. And please note this point, that if you picking this point in your requirement discussion, when you are finally scoping out your requirement with your interviewer, if you are mentioning at that time, then at the time of first level of design discussion with interviewer, you must also check your all points before discussion start with the interviewer, right? So you check that does your system is meeting all requirement or not, right? So if you check this way and then go to the interviewer and tell them, okay, I have completed my first level of design, let's discuss on this. This is the best approach to share your initial version of your design and discuss with interviewer, right? So this is the point I would like to mention here, and this is very important point. Please note it, and you always discuss this point up front of your system design interview. I mean, in front of your interviewer. It intrinsically give the impression to your interviewer that you have first-hand design complete system by own. The first point, and second point, you actually have worked on real production system, and this is a good sign, or you would say that a positive sign. If you are not mentioning these things in your discussion, that would be considered as a red flag in system design. Please note that if you are a senior folks, if you have experience more than 10 years and you are going for system design interview, these kind of red flags is very, very careful. I mean, alarming, alert. You should be alerted with these kind of red flags, because even though your discussion is very uh, happened in good manner, very professional way, but your interviewer is definitely going to note down these red flags, and these red flags is finally uh, help them your interviewer to reject you. So be careful for these alerts and red flags in your system design interview. I hope it will help you in your